So I seen this program earlier, right? And it said to flood YouTube with these videos, you know. So that's what I'm gonna do, right? So, but I talk about jail. But we're gonna go freestyle dropping content, right? So let's see how versatile I am. Let's see how self-educated I am, right? So if we want to talk about college sports, we can talk about how paying athletes now, student athletes, is going to change the product of the player going into the NFL or basketball, because now these kids are getting paid in college. Like that, there was a girl, that gymnastics girl that was going to LSU. This came off my plant. I got 6 ounces off of it. I'm selling each ounce, each half for 160. So, and it cost me $2 a grow. So, I'm into everything, dude. So, she's making up to $8 million a year. College student, right? And you got some of these, like, they're sponsored by Porsche, Mercedes, whatever, you know. And what I think, you know, I want everybody to get paid, but what I think it does is it takes the power out of the coaches' hand. You know, they can't coach no more. Now they gotta baby these guys. Before, just because you were a 5-star athlete doesn't mean you were recommended to play. You know, you had to earn your position. But now when these guys are getting paid, they're gonna have pressure to being played now. And I think they need to work on that and to fair out the playing field, because they're still students. They need to learn money management, because money can fuck your whole career off. Sorry about my language. Can destroy you, you know, because you got to learn how to manage it, invest in it, save, you know. So you give a 17-year-old, 18-year-old kid $4 million a year, and he's coming from nothing. What do you think he's gonna end up like? Money management is gonna be horrible. We could talk about that. We could talk about how Magic Johnson is one of the greatest point guards of all time, and he was 6'9". That's unheard of. Or how pure of a shooter Kevin Durant is, or you know, like we could, or how Alabama's 6 national championships in 10 years is never going to be matched, or how Nick Saban's the greatest college football coach of all time. That'll never be touched. Those things that he's done, you guys will never see that again. Mayweather, or how Canelo's one of the biggest busts of all times. Like, he's never beaten an elite fighter. Every time it was time for him, when it was time for him to shine, he came up short. He's one of the most overrated boxers of all times. We could switch lanes. I'm a convict, right? So I can't vote anyways, right? But I've been saying this. Go look at my other videos. A while ago, I said exactly what Donald Trump's going to do. When you squeeze that oil, like they're doing it, and you're not letting anybody in, and Iran's not making no money now. Now you squeeze them until they squeal. Nobody's going to blackmail the United States. You ask for a ceasefire, and then you start charging people to pick up oil for China. Now nobody's getting through. As a leader, just as somebody that's been in position before and understands making decisions based on violence, Donald Trump is doing exactly what you're supposed to do. All these Democrats, I don't know if they're dumb or just plain dumb, but there's no way that they could be against what he's doing. We don't even need that oil. He's opening up avenue of business. Now, what he told Russia is like, you guys don't get involved, I'm gonna give you oil cheaper than you ever had it. He tells China, same thing. We're not afraid of nobody. We will think about this. Russia cannot take care of Ukraine, and Ukraine's the size of China. I mean, size of Texas. My bad. Ukraine is the size of Texas, and they can't even. And Russia's having a problem with them. How long has that war been going on? We will annihilate Ukraine. We will annihilate Russia. We will annihilate China. You got to understand, Russia and China's weapons, they're cheap, they're fragile, they're old. That's just what it is. They have good scientists and all that, but their weapons are nothing like ours. Donald Trump, this just you can't convict him on pure speculation. A lot of you guys want to play, prison politics, but you don't. You cannot convict any. A police report doesn't even get you a conviction in California. It'll get you to trial, but it's not going to get a conviction. He don't even have a. You're like, come on, dog. There's not even a police report. These are documents. You can't convict him on that. So you just put that to the side. This is the first president that any other country is afraid of. It's him because of Donald Trump. They want to get next to him. That he's a boss. I don't care what you people say. Now we could talk about deportation. I was born in America. Um, uh, I was born in America. I got a gang of homies that get deported. I know a gang of homies that get deported, and uh, it's like carrying a gun. I had to worry about going to jail my whole life because I was carrying a gun. You want to come to America, you're gonna go to jail. You got to worry. It's like carrying a gun. But here's my thing. The kids. Donald Trump doesn't want your little boy to go take a piss with the little girl. Democrats are giving these kids options. There's no, when you're 8, 7, 6, 9, 10, you don't have an option to be a boy or a girl. You are a boy or you are a girl. Like, when did they get these out? Like, I remember being 10 years old and I wanted to be like Michael Jordan. Like, I wasn't thinking about kissing no boys. Like, where do these kids get there? Like, who thinks about that? Like, that's not even an option. I remember going to, you know what it is too? Is that you don't see kids getting their asses beat no more. So it's everything's so soft. Like, because of the Obama administration, that's why everybody's okay with gays. I don't got no problem with it, but I don't want my 10-year-old or my 9-year-old or my 11-year-old or my 12-year-old thinking about that. That shouldn't even come up in a child's life, like he's gay or not. At 12 years old, are you serious? Like, there's something going on, dude. Now, like, I don't believe that your little boy should be taking a piss with my little girl. Like, I just don't think that that's cool. And you shouldn't give him an option. He's a little boy. He's not a shim. Like, Democrats are way out. They are all these violence is the only thing that gets things done. No, there's no talking. No talking don't get shit done. You want to send a message, you use violence. Just like that in prison, it's like that everywhere. Nothing, all that hugging trees and you're going to hold your trays and all that shit don't work. It don't work. You want to make it like, it's just like if somebody try to break into your house and rape your wife. Are you going to just call the police on him? You're going to try to blow his motherfucking head off. Come on, man. Are you going to wait for the cops or don't tell me you're going to hide under the bed until the cops get you while your lady's getting raped? Are you serious? That's what you'll do? I'm not like that. I'm going to take his head off. That's why I work out. But yeah, you guys got to think about that shit, you know? See, I could drop content on anything. I could talk about how important a father is at home, what that means, like what that means to the child. Education, testing yourself, pushing yourself. Being a gangster is easy. You want to be a real G, go to school, take care of your family. That's hard. That's hard. You know, I could talk about anything. That's called that's called being educated. I don't have to spin narratives or just talk about prison or just gossip or I don't have to do that. You know, it's just I got stuck in this genre. I'm gonna make something out of it. Remember, like, just think about that. You ain't fucking with just a regular individual. I bust moves, baby. You gotta stay active, take care of them kids, be safe, don't drink and drive. Follow me, subscribe, do all that good shit. I'm out.